Hi, I'm Jacki Partain. I'm an American, but I'm currently living in Germany working for BASF in Ludwigshafen. I work in the global strategy group for BASF Petrochemicals. It's a really interesting job because I get to look at really everything going on globally. I get to see long-term how things are moving, where we're going, and really kind of shape the future for BASF. I think the petrochemical industry is a really exciting place to work. It's a huge global market. We see everything across the globe. And I always say about BASF, because we're not very well known in the US and people don't know who we are. And there's very few final products that you can pick up and say, BASF made this entire thing. But it's also very difficult to find anything that we didn't touch at some point. The products I work with go into everything from water bottles to the cars you're driving in, the seat you're sitting on in the car, probably the seat you're sitting on right now. My background is in mechanical engineering, so I came into the petrochemical industry through manufacturing. And from a manufacturing perspective, I think the petrochemical plants are probably the coolest, most exciting plants to work in. They're huge. We make an absolutely incredible amount of material. They run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They're really exciting, really dynamic, and I think that kind of continues along the chain, whether you're working in manufacturing or now working in strategy or even when I was working in product management. It's huge and exciting. And one of the things I've enjoyed most about working in petrochemicals is how collaborative it is. Especially when I worked in product management, I was really, really surprised with a lot of even people who in theory are our competitors, how collaborative the industry is. And I think it's a really unique thing about petrochemicals because the molecules are so commoditized that they're very interchangeable, and so you're able to help each other in ways that you wouldn't be able to with commodity products. I think petrochemicals can contribute to a better world and a more sustainable world, and I think we have to. I think because we go into everything, we can be a big part about changing the future. I think it's also very easy to get focused on the negatives about petrochemicals, and we think a lot about plastic wastes. And as the petrochemical industry, we have to do something about that. There's plastics we can make that are more easily recyclable, and those we should be pushing and focusing on rather than some of the plastics that are more difficult to recycle. But I also think we have to focus on the good things that come out of petrochemicals and try to grow them. There's places in the world that the only way to bring fresh water in is in plastic containers. And we shouldn't stop doing that, and we have to come up with better and more sustainable ways to grow these things. So I think by focusing on the positive things we can do with growth of petrochemicals while trying to address the negatives that come with some of the plastic wastes and some of those issues, I really think we can be a big part of making the world better.